sound working? Did we figure it?
Yes. So
all
the
right.
sound is working. So and one of them, let me just say, if you haven't checked them out, one shows boobs.
Boobs, tits. We haven't done a bra shot in forever, I don't think.
I hear about it.
Oh, is he ready? Maybe we should do that.
Yeah. Are you ready for a boob shot?
Everybody ready for a bra shot?
Can you do a bra shot?
I really can't, but
I can.
I really feel that when you guys do bra shots, I should get an ass shot. I mean,
you should.
Fairness.
You should wear pretty panties.
But wait a minute, then I get both.
No, you're going to have to choose one or the other.
You have to pick your better feature and go with one of them.
Oh, that's not fair.
It's not fair that I am built like a 13-year-old pudgy boy either, but, that's the card I'm dealt with.
All right. Well, I could alternate weeks, maybe.
I like that idea. Wear some very frilly, pretty panties. You'd give a...
Panties?
What kind of panties you got? Oh, she got striped panties. She got cute panties on.
I'm wearing some.
Making sure you wear
since we can't show your actual butt crack, we would need some panties.
I have a new bra.
I can show my panties.
Nice.
A little. I won't show them all.
Okay, let's do some catch-up. Sierra, you start this week first with your catch-up.
Boy, it has been a long-ass week. I'm just saying. So, I had my appointment with my orthopedist on Thursday. I finally got all of that ridiculous doctor bullshit taken care of. I finally got to see the doctor who's going to tell me what is wrong with me and how we're going to fix it. And he sat down, scrolled through my MRI real quick, and he goes, "Oh, I see the problem right away." I'm like, "Okay. What is the problem, doctor?" And he says, "Well, explain to me." He goes, "First I want to hear how all of the pain started." And I said, "Well, most of the pain started back in January. I was squatting in the kitchen doing something with the lower cabinets, and I stood straight up, and I heard a pop in my left knee, and it's just been sore and achy and kind of stiff since then." I said, "And then, after I saw my doctor to tell her what was going on, I got an appointment for my x-ray, and literally the day before my x-ray, I dropped a giant heavy glass bowl right on top of my knee and really thought I was dying because I couldn't see, and it was so much pain." And he says, "Okay, well, I see both of that." He said, "What popped," and he showed me on my MRI, was my cartilage separated into what they call a fissure, and that is arthritis. When your cartilage is no longer smooth, when it's, bumpy and hilly and it's got cracks in it, or what they call fissures, that's arthritis. That causes pain. I don't have arthritis in my knee. I have arthritis on top of my knee between my patella, which is your kneecap, and my actual knee joint.
Right.
It's that cartilage that separates the two there. That's where I have the arthritis.
I'm a little turned on you're using all these big medical terms. So if you could also throw in Abdullah oblongata just at some point, I would appreciate it.
Seal the deal. There are no meniscal tears. Is that for you?
Actually, it's medulla oblongata. But yeah,
that's very interesting that your arthritis is behind your kneecap, and my doctor said mine is on the sides.
Inside the joint.
Yeah, inside of not underneath, but on the side. Yeah.
Right, and it's just in the one knee. I do have some pain in my other knee, but that's most likely because for the last 4 months I've been limping on one leg.
Right. You favor it.
So they decided then and there that they're going to give me a cortisone shot, not just like, oh, look, like what you get when you're like bursitis or something, when they put a little of cortisone. No. 10 cc's. That means the injection tube was about 3/4 of an inch around and about 4 inches long, completely full of fluid, because they don't just end with a small needle because. And they have to use a small needle because they're putting it between my kneecap and my joint. They're not putting it in my joint. Ow. My son was with me. I took him with me, and so he watched this happen. And about halfway through, I'm tearing up. I've realized that when you put things inside my knee, I cuss like a Catholic. "Dear sweet baby Jesus and Mother Mary, please make this go away." Like that's how I was cussing, because I'm trying to watch because I have been told by doctors that I need to keep it down when they're doing things to me because I cuss a lot. Like they start doing stuff to me and I'm like, cocksucking son of a bitch, and their door's open and they're like, "You really can't talk like that, there's children in here." So I try, and my son grabbed my hand because I've got tears rolling down my eyes. I'm holding on to it. The little nurse who's injecting the cortisone's like taking a break. I'm like, "I gotta breathe." My son grabs my hand, and he holds my hand, and he goes, Mommy, just think happy thoughts. Think happy thoughts.
So cute.
That's what I do for him when he's getting his shots or when he's getting scratch tests done or anything else like that. And so it's like, oh, he's reciprocating. It's great.
So cute.
They decided that
But did it help? Did the cortisone was it worth the pain?
yes and no. Yes, because that day, for the rest of the day, I could not bend my knee all the way and I couldn't straighten it out. My knee was like a little water balloon. It was all pudgy because it was full of fluid.
Absorbed the cortisone.
And about halfway through the day, about 4 or 5 hours after I'd gotten my cortisone shot, apparently some air bubble shifted and my knee popped. I was sitting on the toilet here in the office when it happened. I was sitting down to go potty. I really thought I was going to pass out in the bathroom. The pain was so acute and intense. I grayed out. I got that tunnel vision going. I could see past lives. Like, it was intense. And I came out of the bathroom and I'm crying just uncontrollably. I have no control over the tears flowing from my face. And my boss walked out. We share an office. She comes out. She goes, "Are you okay?" I said, "My knee popped. My knee popped. I need to sit down." Oh, it was terrible. But the next morning, Friday morning, I woke up and my knee was miraculously better than it was the day before.
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
It was, I could bend it, I could straighten it, I could walk on it without limping. And because now my knee's no longer in pain, I'm like, I'm just going to do whatever the fuck I want.
Yeah.
Which
I've
turns
been there.
out is not a good thing, especially after the doctor tells you, until we get the rest of your treatment in and start and take care of you, can't do this and you can't do that, and no pole dancing, no paddle boarding, none of the fun stuff that's coming up in the next 2 weeks. So I'm like, thanks. Okay. So this weekend I went on my company. I work for an amazing company. They really, really take care of their employees. They try very, very hard to take care of us. And every year, I'm a part of the administrative department, and every year they send all of us administrators out on a retreat, a one night, overnight at a hotel. Dinner's paid for, breakfast is paid for. There's some sort of group activity, sometimes spa treatments,
Nice, yeah.
It's
Didn't
really,
you go,
really nice.
Whitewater rafting one time?
No, we went paddleboarding last year.
Okay.
And they had paddleboarding on the menu again this year, but I couldn't go. But there was a lot of people going. We did it last year. We're just going to go sit by the pool. So I'm like, yay, I'm not going to be by myself. Unfortunately, the hotel that we went to is a very swanky hotel out in Lake Las Vegas, where if you don't make $80,000 every 6 months, you're not even renting a condo out there. It's very kind of up there.
Yeah.
And so we stayed at this hotel room, and it says all over the place, this is a smoke-free facility. We operate under a clean air, pact and all these other things. And in the little pamphlet that you get in these swanky hotel rooms, because you have to know what's free and what's not, so they leave you a pamphlet so that you know what you're going to pay for and what you're not going to pay for. They say, big, bold letters, this is a smoke-free facility. None of our hotel rooms are smoking rooms. If you smoke in your room, you will be charged a $200 cleaning fee. What they don't tell you is that if you smoke in your room, you will set off the fire alarms. All of them.
Smoking in your room? They must have some really sensitive...
2 assholes at almost the exact same time on my floor started smoking cigarettes.
Were they with your group?
No.
Okay, good.
Started smoking cigarettes in their bedroom at 3 a.m., which sets off the alarm, which wakes everybody up. Bright lights, loud sounds, and you have to evacuate. We were on the 7th floor.
Down the stairs.
I had to go down 7 flights of stairs. By the time I got down to the bottom of the stairs...
Which is really almost worse than going up because of the pressure when you hit the down.
And I have to keep going because there are 200 people behind me trying to get down the stairs, too. I'm trying to keep up with my roommate because we had buddy system. So it was me and my roommate, and then the girls that were in the room next to us, we all came out at the same time. So we're trying to stay buddy-buddy down the stairs. And I'm going to tell you, I was willing to beat up anybody. I find out this was a prank. If I find out there was just some drunken asshole pulling the fire alarm, I was going to find him the next day and strangle him with my bare hands. Turns out it was a couple of guys smoking in their bedrooms. They got kicked off the property that night, that time. No refunds, plus we're charging your card $200.
Good.
Like, I should have brought it with me, but the hotel gave us an apology letter, slid an apology letter under our door the next morning. We're really sorry about this, but at least you know our fire alarms work.
Yeah, exactly.
It was great. So the next day I am miserable, and I'm like, I'm going to sit by the pool, ladies. After breakfast, I'm at the pool. So we're all sitting around, and I'm in my bikini at the pool, and no one in my office weighs over 150 pounds.
Yeah, I was at your Christmas party. They some little people.
Everyone in my department is really, really tiny, and they work their asses off to do that. They are at the gym all the time. They are constantly dieting. They are like this little team of neo-Nazi dieters. But they don't push it on me because I've made it very clear to them that I am completely okay with the way I am. And they, of course, give me kudos whenever I come out and I'm in my two-piece and I don't care what's showing. And they've got T-shirts and shorts on and they're trying to stay covered up with their towels. And they're like, oh, somebody might see my thigh. And I'm like, well, both of yours together might equal half of one of mine.
Good for you, though.
Yeah, I love those girls. They're great. The newer girls, too, especially, because I haven't really interacted with the two new girls in the department because they work at the other building. And so when they finally get to interact with me, one of the things we were talking about, we have a team building with breakfast, and that's our team building this year was think of a question you want to ask everybody in the department. You could either ask one question of everybody or a different question for everyone. One of the girls' questions was, how do you think people perceive you versus how you want to be perceived? And I said, there is no difference. I know that everyone at work perceives me as a militant, unyielding, by-the-book, mean person, and that is exactly the way I want people to perceive me because I will not have the sales department walk all over me, think they own me, because they don't. And everyone was like, oh, okay, and the two new girls are sitting directly across from me, and they're like,
yeah, we ain't gonna cross your ass.
oh, yay. The best part, though, is when management comes out with us the night before, we all went and did a wine and design on Friday night.
Oh, I seen your picture on Facebook.
We went and painted and got a little schnickered before we drove out to Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you done one of those wine and designs?
Like a wine and canvas.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
those are a lot of fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was a lot of
Yeah, we
fun.
were there the same night.
It was a lot of fun. But one of the managers came out with us to the resort that night and proceeded to get obliterated. And I love it when management gets drunk because they start doing things that they normally wouldn't do and we start recording it.
Yeah.
And then we will show them the next day or the day after and be like, yeah, so about that pay raise. It was a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun. And then today, my son went back to doing his horseback riding lessons. His horseback riding instructor is a competitor. He competes on a professional level. So the last month, it's been qualifying for finals and things like that. So he's been really out and competing. So my boy got back on a horse for the first time in like a month. Yes, today. It was at like 8 o'clock this morning. And I usually keep a chair in my car. And I was like, oh, good, great. We're going to go. I'm going to get the chair. I'm going to set it up in the shade. And I'm just going to sip on my water bottle. And I forgot my chair.
Oh, no.
So I spent 2 hours this morning standing because there's nowhere to sit. There's a couple of buckets back at the barn, but that's it. You know, out at the actual practice ring,
Yeah,
there's
nothing,
nowhere to sit. And he started writing barrel patterns today.
Did he? That's so exciting.
At a very slow trot. He was very excited because he finally got the horse to trot. He trotted by us. He's like, "Look, Mom, I'm trotting!" Bounce, 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 bounce. And then,
so cute.
and then because he's so excited, he pulled back. The horse stopped, and he's like, "No, go!" And he can't get her to go again. But he rode the pattern, and the horse he rides is a barrel horse.
Yeah.
So as soon as he started the pattern, she knew what was going on, and she picked up the pace herself and started doing the pattern. So he's all proud of himself because he got her to go. I'm like, oh, yay, that you thought you did that yourself. But he's so excited. I've decided. Last weekend we took him to a timing event for the National Barrel Racing Association, and about 3 horses in, he goes, "I'm going to do this, Mom. I'm going to do this."
Cool.
And I said, "That you go on, kid." And today his horseback riding instructor's like, "What are you going to be when you grow up? Like a doctor or a policeman?" He goes, "I'm going to be a video game programmer." I'm like, I have the nerdiest cowboy ever!
Oh,
Yay!
He's so cute. He was the brave one on the Ferris wheel. He's so cute.
Yeah, he's adorable.
So.
My baby and I are missing each other quite a bit.
When's he heading back into town?
We don't know just yet. Depends on timing.
Will he be here for Well-Rounded?
Hopefully, yes.
Okay, cool.
Hopefully, we're going to work on that. We're still waiting on the boys' report card because as soon as we get the report card, we know whether we're doing Legoland or not.
Ah, nice.
Straight A's equals Legoland. Not straight A's does not, and then that will affect what our flight plans are. But we booked our flight. So in November this year, I will be missing 2 shows. because I'm flying out to Pittsburgh on a Thursday night and I'm not
you
coming
wanted
back.
to do that this year, didn't get to do it. So okay.
Yeah, I wanted to
That's
do
cool.
that for Thanksgiving this year, but I didn't get to do it because of the stupid car. But
Right.
I booked my tickets. I will have you girls know that I got 3 round-trip tickets for less than $900 to Pittsburgh and back.
That's awesome.
I signed up for Southwest. I said, send me alerts on this flight.
Right.
On this
They're very
trip.
good about that, yeah.
And they sent me and they said it's $149 each ticket each
and you
way.
know what? And you will not have to pay for extra luggage.
Nope. And both flights are
Gotta love
completely nonstop. I don't have any
That's
layovers.
very good on Southwest.
No layovers, no stops,
Great
no
deal.
nothing.
That's
yeah.
awesome.
So
Good for you.
we each get 2 free checked bags. So I know my son isn't going to need a checked
Right.
bag, but I'm taking an extra suitcase with very little things in it because one of the things I want to do is go to Hershey's, Pennsylvania, because we're going to be not that far away, and we're
me
going to
tell
do
you
some
about it.
sightseeing and stuff. I've been.
You'll drive around town, and I'm from near there, and the lights
Shaped
some
like
have-
Hershey's
they're shaped
Kisses.
like Hershey's Kisses. Some have wrappers, some don't. But as you drive through the town, you smell chocolate.
That's what I was going to say. Does it smell like
It
chocolate?
It does.
miraculous.
I've ridden on the river of fucking chocolate that should belong to Willy Wonka.
You can go. There is a
I would
a
die.
main
I would love
Hershey
this.
hotel there. You can go, and their spa packages include like a chocolate spa where you are dipped in a vat of chocolate.
I would be licking myself.
Me too.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's one of the things
There's
I
a
really
ride
want
you
to
do,
do.
and the song goes, you sit in this little car, and everybody sits, and it goes through the whole chocolate making process, but
Mhm.
the main purpose is at the end, you get a frickin' candy bar.
Right.
Sometimes it's a little snack,
Toxie's a
sometimes
little
it's bigger.
excited.
I'm so excited. This is amazing right now.
I love
But
Hershey's.
the little ride, it goes, it's like Hershey chocolate, Hershey chocolate, Hershey chocolate.
I don't remember the song, but
You'll remember it forever.
I've been.
Well, when you go
I went
this
when I
time,
was
you'll
little.
remember.
Yeah, I will now. But I'm so excited. Kids,
I'm
Kelly guy
excited
and I.
for you, like a little too much.
Yeah, a little bit,
I'm gonna
yeah.
be calling you the whole time.
So we do have a board operator, right? November.
Yeah, we'll get it worked out. I'll have it worked out. Maybe I'll have her trained by then.
Oh, that would be
figure it
great.
out.
Yeah.
I'll just come in and we'll hit a bunch of buttons and we'll get this shit going.
We'll figure it out, right?
I'll light the
Docs?
board up.
Yeah, the crazy thing is I can't train you on this software because the software is going to change literally like 3 weeks before I go on vacation.
So you have to train her 3 weeks before you
Yeah,
go.
so I have to
Nice.
train you closer to the day. Yeah, so we're really excited. We booked the flight. They tell us all the time, don't book your flight until you get the time off approved, especially for holiday time off. But I booked the flight and then said, look, I'm not going to get a better deal on these rates. I got to take this time off. And they said, because I'm a badass and I work my ass off, they said, yeah, no problem.
Yeah, good.
The girl who approves my time off, she also does part of my job when I'm not here because I do the billing and accounting for this office. She has to handle it. She delegated that to me about 3 months after they bought us because she was like, I can't handle your office. You guys do too much. And so she's like, I'm going to be sad while you're gone since especially it's end of month and it's like 2 weeks. And I'm like, yeah.
Here's what I want to
Sorry.
know: how many of the rest of your family from here is going to jump on your bandwagon and go for Thanksgiving?
None.
Okay,
Because I'm not paying for them and they can't afford it.
okay. Just wondering because sometimes they tend to.
No, I know, and I know my sister would be like I haven't told my sister yet. She's gonna be. I'll ask her, why didn't you buy me a plane ticket? Because I can't afford it.
Right,
But
that's
she-
not on you.
What month are we in?
We're
Yeah,
in
she'll
June.
be almost ready to pop by then.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
she's-
right. I forgot. She's pregnant.
She's pregnant.
If
I forgot
nothing
about
else,
that.
she's probably not going to want to travel across country.
Yeah, especially a 4-hour nonstop
Yeah.
flight.
Yeah, that's not easy.
Well,
And her doctor may not let her. My doctor wouldn't let me fly after 7 months.
Yeah. So
'Cause I worked for the airline.
yeah, there's all that. I'm sure there will be familial fallout. There already has been because we went camping for a week last year with my mom, and that was my week vacation. Then this is my week vacation. It happens to fall on a week where I actually have 2 paid days off already, so I'm not
Right,
losing a lot of time.
Yeah, you get to extend it. Yeah.
She's already thrown a couple of the guilt trips at me. Well, we're going camping again for a week. You guys can come to this too. And I'm like, I only get 1 week off a year, man. I can't
Does
take.
that ever get to the point where you get 2 weeks off?
Eventually, yeah. Yeah, eventually I'll work up to there.
Yeah,
But I started over with my when the company
Oh, okay.
bought us, I started over. I went from 2 years to 1 year or no years.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah.
They didn't grandfather that in.
No, they didn't. No, they didn't. Which
I
is
gotcha.
okay with me because everything else completely makes up for
Right.
it.
Yeah, there's a lot of companies that cut vacation. So the fact that you have it,
Mhm.
and and
Yeah,
you
no,
can
we
still
start-
grow it.
Yeah, we start
That's
off with a
so
year.
good.
You start off with a year. and then at 5 you start off with a week, and then if you're hourly, you accrue a little bit more each year. Eventually, at 5 years, you'll have 2 full weeks off. At some point, when I become salary, I'll have 2 weeks off at the beginning of the year instead of accruing it. But
yeah,
so
that's good. Good,
yeah,
good.
so we're super excited about that.
Okay, so anything else in your week other than your knee and your
I
ass kicking?
masturbated so much because we have been missing each other. Like, I sent him a little sexy picture, and he sent me back, "I really want to touch you," and like
That just led to whatever.
and I could not stop touching my vagina yesterday. Like, when I got home, my baby daddy's at the house this weekend because I just didn't want to deal with driving back and forth and all that. I just picked him up on my way home from work, and I was like, "You're just going to stay at my house." And so he's at the house with the boy. Meanwhile, I'm upstairs with the iPad, like, watching porno and just jilling off just as fast as I can, 2, 3, 4 times in a row. I was like,
oh my God, that's funny.
"Please come home soon. I'm so horny." So horny. I can't stand myself.
Did you watch yourself while you were masturbating?
I did not this time, which is
Do you
because
usually?
She said
I do
she
usually,
does.
but I couldn't this time because my computer was downstairs, and it would look a little weird if I took my computer camera and tripod upstairs to take a nap. Just saying, that's not usually how one naps. It's totally okay to take my iPad upstairs, however, and like read before I nap,
Right.
but not okay to set up the tripod.
But I don't even think he would ask. Your little, because Daddy was there, because your
Yeah,
little
'cause-
guy wouldn't.
No, my little guy wouldn't give a shit.
Right,
He
and I
doesn't
understand
care what I do.
because Baby Daddy was there.
Right. But no, because baby daddy was there, it's a little awkward. And because he knows, like, we were together for 2 years, almost 3 years. So he knows what I like to do and what I don't like to do.
He
And
knows
if
when
I...
the lights flicker.
Right.
He knows what's going on up there.
Right. So, all in all, it was a good weekend because we finally got some absolution on what's going on with my knee. We've got a treatment is on the way, and we're going to work on that. But then I overdid it because it felt so great.
I've done that before. Have good arthritis days, and I just do everything.
Overdo
and
it.
then I pay for it.
Yeah.
All right,
Kelly
Tox,
guy said soon, baby.
Yay!
Soon, baby.
you want to go or you want me to go?
I'll go.
Okay, you go.
All right, I have a few. Actually,
Okay,
I do
come
have a
on.
few. So this week, it was a pretty big week, mommy-wise.
Mommy-wise?
Earlier in the week, first we had a final field trip of the year, and it was to somewhere, a roller skating rink. So I go, and we're there, and, the kids are out there skating, and I'm a firm believer that, thanks to gravity, fat people and skates really don't go well together.
I'll have you to know I'm a badass roller skater.
That's awesome, but I'm also a lot bigger than you, which means when I fall and you fall, it's
Two
gonna
different
fucking
things.
hurt me. It's 2 different things. If I fall,
You are
I'm not
much
getting
taller.
back up.
I do have a shorter distance to fall.
Exactly, you have less to go. I mean, if I fall my ass, it's okay. I have a little cushion, but otherwise, so I haven't skated since I was very young, but the moms and the teachers were skating. And so I
peer
was
pressure,
getting
peer
peer
pressure.
pressure, and as soon as someone says, listen, let me just tell everybody out there, if you ever need me to do anything, say the words, "I dare you." I cannot turn down a dare.
I dare you.
Oh, I
Dare you.
dare you. Oh,
And I do it all the I was at the club one time, and someone leaned in, and they knew to do this, and they said, "I dare you to grab that guy's package." And I said, "Okay," and I walk and pretended to trip in front of him and put my hand out
You
and
just
grabbed his
opened a whole
package.
new world for me.
So yes, I cannot turn down
I
a
dare
dare.
Club nights are gonna
I
get
dare
much
you to
fun.
let me give Mr. Toxie a blowjob.
Done. So, but especially if I've had, a drink or 5, then when those words dare come in, like, forget it, it's on, I'll do anything. So I did. I'm like, I dare you, and so I went and got the skates, and
You are brave.
I went out there, and one of the moms recorded me, only because I recorded her first, because on a field trip a different year, she fell and broke her leg.
Oh,
And during doing a different event at the big year-end thing. So I said, I'm going to record this time in case it happens again. So yeah, so she followed me around the rink, recording me the whole time. Now here I am, holding on for dear life to the walls, and I had like little 3rd graders behind me, like, ma'am.
I need to get around
I can't get
you.
by. And so I moved and let them go by as they're holding the walls. So we had a little, like, wall train. I was just the only adult. You know, one of the teachers is like skating backwards and doing tricks and spinning, and so anyway, it was fun, but I did not fall not once.
Did you ever let go of the rail?
I did. Yes,
good.
because again, I was sort of not guilted into, but they're going, no, you've got to let go. Yeah, you've got to let go. So finally, I'm like, okay. And my warning was, listen, if I fall, I'm staying there. You will call the fire department. I'm not even attempting to get my fat ass up. You will call the fire department, and I don't want just any firefighter. Like, I want Mr. June and Mr. July from their calendar. Like the Clark County Fire Department calendar. Like,
June
I
and
want
July.
to pick. Like, don't send me any of your guys that are going to come in, or your little girls who are going to come in and like.
Or
wonder
the
how
big,
they're gonna lift me.
or the big dyke lesbian who's like, come on, lady, let's get you up.
Well, I mean, they can get me out if they're muscular, but I didn't want
Mr.
anyone
Toxie
small
picked me
and,
up off the ground when I
yes,
fell
I need
outside once.
I need one that looks like a Mr. Toxie. Like,
And
I
he
need
kept
somebody
saying, I kept saying, you
strong.
can't do it. He's like, I can do it. And he did. He lifted me right
Right,
up.
you did. So there was that, and then after that we had the end of school year, program with the awards, and it was a very sad moment. I feel a little verklempt because my child is transitioning from one school to another.
She's going into middle school, isn't she?
She's older.
She's
getting
growing
older.
up.
And so, we're debating where she's going next year, and it's still, I don't like not knowing. I mean, I was like 6 months pregnant when I had her daycare picked out, her seat paid for. I like followed up with them rigorously like every week, and so I don't like this whole, not knowing or nothing's kind of firm
You
yet.
gonna try to get her into a charter or a magnet school?
It's a little too late. I did try. She's on wait list, but really high up. Like, there's no chance in heck. So the debate is
Keep her where she's at.
where or a different school.
Magnet school.
So it's interesting. She would like to go one way. We'd like to go a different. And ultimately, we're the parents and make the end decision. But I want her to be happy, and she's a person. I want to listen to her input, and she brings up very valid reasons why. And I know at some point I'm going to get a fully detailed report on why, along with little facts, because that's the kind of person she is.
Because she's her daughter's,
So,
her mother's daughter.
Yeah, exactly,
yeah,
exactly.
So there was that. So a lot of mommy stuff going on. Then last night was Red Label, BBW Club Las Vegas. So we were there. Really good turnout. It was the anniversary party. I was there without both of you.
I worked last night.
But Glitz and I were there together, and we came in, and we rocked the shit out of some lingerie.
Yay! Yay!
To the point where one of the girls came up to me and said, I'm glad I'm not the only one dressing slutty tonight.
Wow.
We rocked some lingerie.
There are pictures?
I took pictures, and we plan to post them. So yes, Blitz and we did it because we wanted to take some pictures. We were hoping to take pictures with the four of us to post up on our Facebook, but we ended up with the two of us, and Mr. Toxie was the photographer, and so he's probably not the best photographer we could have picked, but he did great, and some others got pictures. So as soon as that was done, and I wore that white lace thing that I wore to the photo shoot, but I won't post the pictures because it's very, see-through.
But you wore
But I
it.
wore it.
Won't post the
But
pictures, but she wore it in
But I
public.
wore it. Well, those pictures I'll post now. I'll post them. I'm okay. I had to get past it. And so last night as we were driving, I put on a sundress before we got in the car because I was afraid that if we got pulled over,
You go to jail in
that
your
I
lingerie?
would go to jail because they would think maybe I was like a
Prostitute!
And Mr. Toxie's like, no, I'll vouch for you. Like, I'm not taking my chances. So anyway, we're there. It was a very different crowd. A lot of different people, a lot of new faces.
That's great.
A lot of new faces.
I love when there's new faces.
There's been a lot of new faces.
I love it. Yeah.
Yeah, so a lot of new people. After a while, after we did some pictures, I changed and put my Batman shirt on and some pants. And everybody kept asking, why did you change? And of course, after I have a few drinks, I don't necessarily know if I'm honest, but I say whatever comes to mind, whether it's the truth or whether it's just some cockamamie whatever comes out of my mouth. So I just kept going to people my vagina was sweating. So whether I knew them or not, and they would come up like, "Oh, I loved your other outfit. Why did you change?" And I'm like, "My vagina was sweating."
That's funny.
That's one way to end a conversation with somebody you don't want to talk to, or get stuck in a conversation you don't want to talk
or keep
to.
going. So we ended up leaving there after, we were there for a while, and we left there, met up with some friends at a club on the Strip. So
Were you in your
no,
pajamas?
I changed in the car.
Oh, okay.
Which is funny in itself. If you ever see me, I was
You
in
could have
the-
wore Batman out.
I could have, but it was a club on the Strip, so
They wouldn't let her in.
They actually ended
Oh.
up not letting Mr. Toxie in because he was in shorts.
Oh.
So I went in, just to say hey, and that was it. But we get there, and the place that we went to. Well, first off, I had to wait in line forever, and
I won't do it.
I'm out there,
I
and
will not
I'm
go to
like,
those
they cut it
clubs.
off right in front of me, and I'm sitting there going, they don't want the fat girl in their club, do they? Because I was literally the only fat girl there.
Oh, yeah.
The only
Oh,
fat
yeah.
girl. So I'm texting my friends, and I'm like, I'm about to offer this guard a BJ just to let me in because I'm tired of waiting. And finally I get in, but I get to the next level security, and it's a female, and she is digging through my bag. It's just a little Coach wristlet digging. Like, I
She's
have
gonna
a bomb
find your
buried in
crack.
there. Exactly. And so she's moving everything, and she's pulling my cards, and she's looking in there, and I go, I'm a radio show host. And I said, we talk about sex. And she goes, can I have one of your cards?
Hey!
And I said,
Yeah!
yes, absolutely. And she took it, smelled, and she's like, you're good, and gave me the bag, and off I went.
Oh,
But
nice.
I thought for a minute, I'm like, am I not going to get through because, my lip gloss is contraband?
Yeah,
she was
exactly.
digging. So, I mean, I have a feeling she probably saw
Woo!
the cards.
Wait a
and the
minute,
cards.
she used the radio
I
show
did, I
card.
did.
You did.
Yeah.
You pulled that shit out.
She probably, as she was looking, saw the cards and saw some of the keywords that we have bolded on there. And
Great idea
she
to
was
use it, though.
probably, thinking of a way. So I go up, and this club, it is Latin night.
Uh-oh.
And let me tell you,
You salsa'd your ass off.
I didn't. I wasn't there long enough. I just danced for a little bit, and I can't salsa anyway.
Mm.
But holy fucking eye candy. Oh my goodness. I am going to only go to Latin nightclubs from now on.
You know, Tuscany has a Latin night.
Do they?
Yeah.
What is it?
I can't remember, but
Ooh.
they're going to be doing it while Well Rounded is on.
And I dare
My
you.
goodness.
I dare you to give one of them Latin boys a blowjob in the parking lot.
No.
I dare you.
No blowjobs. Lap dances at the club, though.
Well, many of them looked very, very, they're like very metrosexual, like very well kept, like
Oh, yeah?
tucked eyebrows, the hair perfectly.
Are you sure
In
it was a
place.
Latin club? And
It
not
would
a
have been
gay
even better if it was a gay Latin club. Like, I would still be there. I would not have been able to come tonight because I would still be there.
That's funny.
So, I mean, just everywhere you turn, like, they're just beautiful men. It was amazing.
That's
and that
awesome.
was it.
Okay, that was your week. Did you have any good sex?
I did. And twice today, too.
There you
So-
go.
Wow,
Sunday-
twice
Sunday
today.
is like your day. I think Sunday is sex day.
Sunday's sex day. Sunday's it.
Has it always been sex day, or is it because you do the show now and he wants you to talk about his penis?
It's been, because normally,
The little one's
you
gone.
know,
on
if we
Sundays, right?
if we go out, then when we got home, and then when we got back up, and then maybe even when I get home, if
If the
everyone's
little one's
asleep, that needs to be
Right.
asleep, then hey,
the dogs.
All right. Well,
if
I'm
the
gonna.
dog's
talk-
asleep.
I had a fucked up experience this week.
Uh-oh.
Fucked up motherfucker. Let me tell you about this fucked up motherfucker. First of all, I did a big photo shoot with Sammy, Southern Charms, and Eliza, and like we were shooting for like 10 hours. You guys may not think that shooting video for 10 hours is work, but it is fucking work, okay?
Yeah, it is.
So anyway, on my fetish provider phone, I keep seeing this particular number there. And from the day before, the guy has called me, I swear to God, 15 times. So I finally pick up the phone, and he says, I'm really interested in some face sitting. And I went, and I knew I was going to be really fucking exhausted because I've been shooting, but I'm thinking, a guy that's like been trying to reach me this much, I really need to be nice. So I tell him I'll be there at like 11. So he tells me he's at Mandalay Bay, room 1086. No, 1026. So I get up to the floor, and there's no such number. So I text him, and he says it's 100026. No such number.
Mm-hmm.
I don't hear a fucking thing. So I'm like, fuck this motherfucker, I'm tired. So I go down the elevator, and the minute I hit the bottom floor, there's a text on my phone.
Mm-hmm.
Are you available? I'm into foot worship. Yeah, I'm available. I'm at the Stratosphere. Okay, what time? 12:30. Now it's about 11:30 now. Okay, now keep in mind this is from one end of the strip to the other end of the strip. Go down to the Stratosphere. I go. What pissed me off at the first place is I had to tip the driver to the valet
Mm-hmm.
to park me because their valet was closed to only carded people.
Mm-hmm.
So I tipped him $20 to make no money. So I go down to the Stratosphere, go up to the floor. Guess what? No such fucking room number again.
Uh-oh.
Come down the elevator. At the minute I hit the ground floor, there's another call. All 3 different area codes. I'm like, fuck this. I ain't doing this again. I'm going home. I just
Mhm.
shot for 10 hours. But what I really think, you guys, it was some stupid motherfucker that wanted to watch me walk
Mm-hmm.
through the casino. Because I get a lot of my clips for sale are of me walking. And so that he gave himself time to get down to the Stratosphere and post himself
Mm-hmm.
to watch me walk. Because the minute I got down to the bottom of the elevator, they were calling again.
Mm-hmm.
And that motherfucker called again the next day. He sends a text. Because I had actually talked to him, and he goes, I go, no, I can't do tonight, tomorrow. He goes, okay, I'm at the Mirage. So the next morning, he goes, are you coming to the Mirage? And it says room number 08116. What fucking room number starts with 0? It was
Nothing.
the same motherfucker trying to get me to do it again. Oh, I was so fucking pissed. So pissed. So, and then after all of that, I'm all over the strip for nothing on Tuesday night and tired. My little guy graduated from kindergarten Wednesday. And it was so much fun. He had his little suit on, and
I saw those.
Yeah.
He looks so adorable in
he's
his
so.
suit.
I know he loves to get all dressed up like that in his tie and his vest, and you know they went through every kindergarten and said, what was your favorite part about kindergarten? And he said, and you know a lot of these kids are like, well, he got up there and said his name real bold, and my favorite part of kindergarten was recess. So that made Tuesday better, and then what else? Oh, and then I made a freaking bikini all day on
That weighs
Saturday.
1,000,000 pounds.
It's gonna. I'm telling you, 25 extra pounds on this body.
Oh, it's too late. I was going to say go get it, and
Oh,
I'll try the top on.
hopefully you're gonna try my top
I'll try
on.
your top
my
on, and I
triple
will
D.
I will stuff it with 2 couch cushions.
It's the pants that are very, very, very heavy because they got.
Is it going to stay up as you?
Yeah, I put it on. It will stay up because I have this roll to hold it up, and the beads are attached to the waist, so it will stay up.
And will it stay when you go in the water?
Maybe not, but I don't think they really care.
Yeah, they're calling it La Freak. Come on
Is
now.
everybody doing a cannonball or just you?
I think just me. Which means I'll put on a fucking good ass show for that cannonball.
I asked her, is she going to be able to get the momentum up to clear the edge of the pool?
Yeah.
Like,
Oh no, I'll just stand there and jump. I don't know.
yeah,
That's
but
that's
are you
just a
going to be able
jump.
to
That's not a
jump yourself
cannonball.
far enough?
Oh sure.
Think
I'm
so?
sure I can do that.
I'm just worried about you cracking your skull open on the side of the
No,
pool.
because you know what? I'll take my head forward. I won't.
That's not a cannonball.
That's not a
That's
cannonball.
dive.
Well, you think?
Cannonball,
Wait a
gotta
minute. You
go.
think I can really bring my knees to my chest in the air? Are you fucking kidding me?
If they want a cannonball, that's what you got to do.
They're gonna get a fat girl jump, okay?
do a belly splat.
Oh God.
It'll only hurt for an
Well,
hour.
it's a good thing that I have a lot of fat, okay, that I float, because otherwise this costume will sink me.
Yeah.
So it's a really good thing that I have my own flotation device.
When we go downstairs, I need to see
Okay,
this.
I'll show it to you.
It's cute.
problem.
I'm
Yeah,
so
she's seen it.
excited.
She's seen it. So, and I have little puff balls to goes on my flip flops, the same color as my costume. And yeah, you know I'm good like that. I love to make costumes.
We're gonna need
So,
pictures.
I'm good. So that was my week. Nothing too exciting. I'm getting ready to go back to California in a couple of weeks. And that's it.
Yeah.
Same shit another day. Nikki, what did you do this week?
Oh my gosh, what did I do?
Oh
this
my
week?
gosh, got your car fixed?
I got my car fixed, and you know what? The love of my life came from California, on a moment's notice, and was like, I'll fix your car. I was like brokenhearted.
Nice, huh?
I was brokenhearted. I was like, because I drive everywhere, I'm like never home.
Mm-hmm.
So for me not to have my car and be stuck at home, that's just not the business. So I was like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. My car's broke. I think it's my brakes. I don't know, And he was like, I'm coming. And my BFF, he was like, you know what? We'll go pick him up. So they kind of met halfway.
The Greyhound bus.
He was gonna come on the Greyhound bus. He was like, I'll ride the pooch. Coming to Las Vegas to fix your car. But my friend was good enough to go get him. So
How
it
far
was
out does he
awesome.
live?
He's staying in San Bernardino, but we picked him up in Barstow.
Yeah, San Bernardino's not far from Barstow. Too bad. Yeah, it's not too bad of a drive.
And, I wasn't driving it, so it was,
Yeah,
like,
you're just taking
it
a
was
ride.
awesome. I was just taking a ride. Gorgeous, by the way. But he came into town, and fortunately he did, because it wasn't my brakes. It was the control arms on the front of my car. So, like,
Oh,
my
yeah.
wheels are about to fall off. Like, I drove my car until my wheels about to fall off. So
he fixed it all for you?
he's fixing them, and it caused a little issue with my brakes, so there is a little bit of a brake issue. But when he got here, he literally he fixed my bathroom. He fixed my, he like handled my back porch, and he wasn't asking for anything, So we're talking, because we were separated, and he's like, I'm not expecting anything from you, but if you ever need anybody, don't
That's
ever
nice.
think you can't come to me. And I was like, tears, me. I'm like, oh my gosh. So my car's getting fixed. Yay.
Yay.
But I missed all the good stuff. I wanted to go to the, Red Label last night, missed all that. But I have to say, after about 3 months of not getting lucky,
Oh, Nikki got her pipes clean.
I got it dusted. It was good.
Oh, that was worth the ride to Barstow.
Ain't nothing better than a good old Prussian pipe cleaning.
I was like, 3 months was not cool. That was not the business.
No, it's not. It gets rusty.
I think I heard a little something. I think I shifted my knees. I think I heard some squeaking. It was like sound like a rusty gate.
It's a good thing you're oiled.
To go to. I'm serious. I
Well,
was like,
well, it's oiled now, right? You're
good
good.
in oil now. I was like, yeah, that's not the only engine you have to take care of. He goes, oh, you're gonna be like that. I was like, I'm gonna be like
Yeah,
that.
like he was.
I so twisted his
complained.
arm.
Yeah, exactly. Like you had to fight that one. Exactly. He's like, oh, and when you want me to take care of that? That first.
But he is so awesome. So I mean, I can't believe that
That was nice.
he dropped everything. So my week went really great. So I'm just like,
And then you're here at the end of
And
the
then my
week.
family, because I'm part of the B Roke Club. So I was like, I don't know how I'm gonna afford to pay for this. My family gathered around those
B-Roke Club.
the B Roke Club.
What's a B-rope club?
B-Roke.
Oh!
The
I
B-Roke.
thought there were ropes.
Oh, she was getting all excited. Tie it up.
Right?
You got a B-Rope room in your house. That's what Tanya wants to know.
That's
name-
another story.
The name
but
of that
this
club
was-
is called Reverse Tensions, and I'll introduce you to some people.
I can reverse it.
You got a website?
Maybe we know
Reverse
some.
Tensions is the rope fetishist club in town.
You know all of that fetish stuff.
I do.
Maybe we know some people in kind.
We most likely do, because I have friends who used to fight both with the SCA and with Chivalry and Steel.
Awesome. Probably
Oh,
not.
see?
Not everybody in RINs and
Kinky nerds.
in the kinky, but most kinky.
Oh, and you know what? My clip store is doing really good, you guys. I'm very excited. So if you want to see me in all my glory, go to clipsforsale.com /79497, and it's all over my Facebook and my Twitter. But I'm very excited because you guys know how many people buy clips of me just walking. I posted a clip yesterday of me at this last shoot that we did. I was going up the stairs. This house had a huge staircase, and I have sold a ton of these clips. People just want to see me walk. I don't get it. Toxie, they probably want to see you walk too.
If they do, they don't tell me.
Well, just make clips and they'll buy them.
Of just my ass walking.
Yeah. You ought to see me going up the stairs. I just sold a bunch of those. What are you guys over there whispering about?
Chatters.
Well, tell us what's going on in chat.
Well, we got what we thought was like a
Stalker or something?
No, not a stalker, like an unknown aficionado. Turns out it's actually somebody we know.
Right.
But we were, for a minute, they were like, "Who is this?"
Because they knew my real name.
Yeah, because they knew like some intimate, like non-show details, and we're like, "Who are you, stalker?"
What was it, Mr. Toxie?
No, we thought it was. That was one of the things. We thought it was Mr. Toxie, but no, it turns out it's someone we do know, who's very nice and pretty awesome.
Okay,
So.
that's cool.
Yay!
Yay! Who's in chat right now? Let's give a shout out to the chatters tonight.
We've had a lot of activity
People
in
in
chat
and out?
tonight, in and out. But right now we have Cali Guy, we have Freaky, we have Sexy Brown Eyes, we have Wendy of Neverland.
Wendy, welcome back.
We miss Wendy.
We had Ink Spots on earlier.
Oh, we love Ink Spots.
We had
Vendetta, was he around tonight?
Cornell.
I think Cornell. We had Vendetta very briefly, I believe, earlier on.
He made
Yeah,
a picture
lot
of
in
me.
and out.
There's a picture of me in the red dress at the Red Label one time, and Vendetta sent me an email or text this week showing me his screensaver is a picture of me. Thank you, Vendetta. I love you.
We need to get our GoFundMe or our Indiegogo back up again so that we can pay for tickets, so that you people can pay for our fans to come here and get molested by Sweet Cheeks, because that's what's going to happen when Vendetta gets here. Just so you know.
I'm going to hold out.
You're going to hold out?
Yeah. I'll make it a virgin weekend.
No, not for Vendetta.
Not for Vendetta?
You've been promising that boy for like 3 years.
We had to become legal first. Bra shots? Okay, we'll do bra shots. Are you ready, Cali Guy?
Again?
Yeah, give
You
me a
didn't
bra
do it
shot.
before.
I will.
Well, you did. You mine.
Yeah.
Okay, here's mine.
Boobies.
Ooh, they can't even see me.
Yeah, they can.
Can they?
It will be. Yeah, I have a delay.
Oh.
I'm on a delay.
Okay, boobies. Woohoo! All right, your turn, Sierra. Boobies.
Oh, I'm not wearing anything particularly exciting today because I was
Doesn't
just
matter.
like-
It's still boobage. They like boobies. Woohoo! That's butterscotch. No, that's not butterscotch.
No, this isn't butterscotch. This is one of my,
Oldies but goodies.
one of my regulars.
Did you care to do a bra shot?
Would you like to do a bra shot? How daring are you, Nick? Woohoo! You go, girl! Woo!
It's a goddess bra.
Yeah, this is the girl that says, I'm really shy.
And then you're like, woo!
And I'm really nervous about coming on your show.
Let me tell you something about people.
Jiggle. That's like part of
That's
it.
true. It is.
People
part
who
of
come on our show, they tell us I'm very shy. I'm not going to be very exciting, and then they're making out with show hosts,
Yeah, or showing their bra.
or showing their bras, or talking about the wild, crazy, kinky ass sex they had yesterday. So nobody's ever shy.
I love to ask people this question. A merkin. A merkin is one of these for your pachachi.
Wow.
Yeah, so for example, let's say you shave your pachachi, and your partner would like you to have a hairy pachachi.
You can go get a
Then you
wig.
could go get a wig for it.
Get hairpiece.
Wow.
Or you can get, like, they're made out of feathers. They're called merkins. Or ladies that do film for, like, older, the set in older times, and they have shaved, they have to wear merkins on film.
Oh my gosh.
See,
Learn something new every day.
Exactly. It's a merkin. I will never forget what a merkin. You also learned what vor was.
And I did learn what a war was.
See, we have to.
One of the most educational shows on the internet, the
Right?
Curvaceous Bounty of Sin City.
You know what I was thinking? This has got a little hole in it.
You could
Like,
turn that
I
into a
could turn
merkin.
this into. I better just clip it and.
Well, turn
make
it into
quick.
a merkin after you don't need it anymore, because I'd hate to transition from a merkin
There's
back
some-
to
Yeah,
a
because
merkin.
the next time you're going to be walking around going, guys, smell pussy all night
There's
long.
some stupid motherfucker who would love to fuck me through this.
Yeah, yeah.
Or for me to put it on
You
and
need
give
to
a
do a clip for
blowjob.
sale to.
The whole idea is to do Eclipse for sale eventually. Yeah. And I'm in the. What I see what these fuckers buy on this clip site I'm like, I want to film everything in my life. Me walking. They bought me eating an eclair. The eclair was the
I
size.
might have bought that one.
The eclair was the size of a loaf of bread, but so you know what? Some motherfucker is gonna.
I did see the preview for that. That was a gigantic eclair.
Eclair was huge. It was good, by the way.
I was very jealous of the
It was
eclair.
good. It was very, very
I would
good.
like to do a video
And
about eating the
look at
eclair
Toxie
together.
over there watching my previews on my
I am. I
clips.
check them all. I check them all.
There was one that
Some
was
of our
called,
girls too. I check them.
Yeah.
Not our girls, but the girls.
yeah, the girls that are
all
friends of the family.
Especially the tranny girls, because we know what you like.
I know.
Yeah.
She's probably a paid member on a couple of
Well,
sites.
we'll make sure that Toxie's poll at Strippers 911 will be right next to Tyra's poll.
That'll be great.
And we're gonna put Glitz next to
Julia
Sands.
Yeah, Glitz be
By
like.
the way,
I will be
guys,
live
really
tweeting.
quick, Julia tomorrow night is hosting XXX karaoke at Red Label.
That's right.
So it is every Monday night. Red Label does a porn star karaoke, and Julia is the host tomorrow. So
Also, we do want to remind
So
you that we all will be at Well Rounded BBW July the 14th through the 20th. We'll be broadcasting live from there a couple of times. And so if you haven't got your tickets, they're going fast. Get your ticket to Well Rounded. Also on June the 26th or 8th, there'll be another BBW Club Las Vegas.
the 28th.
28th.
BBW
yes.
Club Las Vegas.
So we don't want anybody to forget about
The
all those events.
22nd, you'll absolutely want to tune in because we are doing Stripper 101 that day, and we will have
I have
Sarah
a
will be
feeling.
live tweeting.
I will
we
unfortunately
will-
not be on the poll.
We will be able to make some vines now that I have it
Mhm.
set up. We will have video. We are going to post pictures. That night we will have the instructor in.
I have a
from
feeling
Stripper
this
101.
instructor is going to need like a Xanax after our class.
Probably. I have a feeling.
Yeah.
And then I believe we're going to try and bring in a few of our
Few
friends.
Yeah.
To discuss their experience.
But you guys will
going.
want to see because I can't even imagine a room full of 24 fat girls on a pole. So this is the show you do not want to miss. Even our girl Nikki will be on a pole. You got to work that pole.
I'm
huh,
gonna
girl?
work it.
Work that pole. I'm going to watch. Miss Shigo going to do a flip on that pole. You watch.
Hey, next week, just to kind of mention, and I'm pulling up the calendar to kind of double
Yes,
check.
good.
We do have our resident cock block, Rodney, on.
Yay!
And then after that, we have somebody on that I'm very, very excited about. It's a gentleman that I know from many, many, many years ago. And we'll say 5 because then I'll age myself. But he is a comedian. His name's Mo. And he is a comedian, travels the U.S. doing stand-up comedy.
So
And,
between Mo and Rodney,
It's gonna be a funny fucking
It'll
night.
be a fun
it
show.
will absolutely be hilarious. And I know
we're
I
gonna
know
call
that,
Rodney out on some posts that he made recently.
We will have to have a little discussion with Rodney, a little bit.
Please confirm that Rodney will be on next Sunday.
Yeah, I'm going to.
Okay.
And that maybe we should mention to him that is what
We
we'd
are
like
going to bring
talk
that up,
about.
yeah.
So,
Oh,
will.
we'll give
I
we'll give
know.
our buddy a chance to defend himself.
right? I mean, I know he says things to be funny, and that's great, but it resulted in some very interesting follow-up conversations. So I look forward to next week. But
So we got
definitely
some
have
things
a
coming
lot
up.
of good things
Yeah.
coming on. So.
Again, Nikki, you've been a great guest.
Thank you so much.
For the girl who I said, do you want to come on our show? No, I can't. I'm too shy. You have done a superb job. And you know what I love about you is you're passionate about what you believe. And that's why you're a good advocate, and that's why they got you in the right place where you should be. So one more time, give us out some websites so that people can jot those down. We also, Toxie is posting them on our Facebook and Twitter
Yes.
pages. So if you missed this, if you got a pen right now, Nikki's going to give it to you one more time.
Okay, it's NAFA.org or it's NAFA-CC.org. That is local for Clark County here
That's
in
where
Nevada.
you'll find about the local and bullying campaign, the local size savvy, what the meetings are. So if you are in Clark County, go to the CC one. If you're not, and you need to find out what's going on in your area, go to the NAFA.org.
And please, visit us on Facebook, and we're also on Twitter.
Awesome.
I would like to share one thing
Go.
for your listeners. Just remember to be safe, sane, and consensual.
There
right,
we go.
baby.
We love that.
We do.
That's good.
You've been listening to the Curvaceous Bounty of Sin City on VegasAllNetRadio.com. Literally the final frontier of free speech on just about anywhere you can go these days. Keep the net neutral, baby. This is Sierra,
Sweet cheeks.
And Taxi.
reminding you all to have a good night. And remember, fuck often.
My girl's taking pussy to the boomers. I suggested the Sphinx, while every other breed fulfills my basic needs.